All right, down in front. Howard's, we just got back in, and Howard is insisting on lots of attention. So I just wanted to share what we picked up. We went to a couple thrift stores today after we painted the first coat on the rest of the walls in the front room, and all of a sudden my nose is itching. Oh, so what did I get? Ooh, I got me an alfalfa thing. Anyway, hi Teresa. I got some. This was stuck down on the bottom shelf all the way to the back. And remember, I'm not buying any acrylic yarn, but if I find something cool, I'll buy it. This is baby alpaca grand tweed, and baby alpaca luxury Plymouth brand Colca Canyon. So I have two different yarns in here. And it looks like I didn't notice this ball, but I'm thinking it's the same as this one. So maybe they didn't like it and just pulled it back out. That's okay with me. And then this is the charcoaly color. It's been stored kind of weird, and it's got a little fleck to it. Hand wash, dry flat. So I'll make something for myself, and I need to get some labels that say hand wash to sew into hats and stuff that I make that have to be hand washed. So that's something I should add to my list of these are things you do need to buy. And then, so there was that, and those 3 skeins of yarn were $4 for alpaca yarn, which I thought was a really good deal. So got that. And then this didn't have any labels, and it was $4, and it feels like there's 1, 2, 3, 4, about 5 balls of this, and it's the roving type yarn. So I'm thinking I could make something out of this and then felt it down. So it's just in all these beautiful shades of blue. Hi, Pam. And so I'll set that aside for something. I'm going to make a basket with it, I'm pretty sure, and then try to felt it into something really sturdy. There's 6 balls of yarn in there. So that was a real good deal for $4. We're going to do that last. I got a thread for the home. This was $1, but look at the lampshade you can crochet a cover for. You make this crocheted cover and put it on a lampshade. I thought that was beautiful. And then the other thing that caught my eye in here was, hang on, these little coaster sets. And Scott likes that pinwheel design in it, and I've never done one like that. So I like that. And then one more thing. See if I can find it. These are those old books where they have pictures of the projects, here and there in the book. I just got to find the picture I'm looking for. Why can't I find it? Because I'm looking for it. That's those. It has several other patterns in here, but now that is weird. There's other pictures in here because I showed Scott the picture. Doesn't help that my hands are really dried out. That's so strange. There it is. It's a heart. Look at the crocheted heart. And with Valentine's coming up, I thought I could make some of those. So I'm going to go get some thread and see what kind of hook I need. Let's see. It's pattern number 7. the Sweetheart Sachet. I need a size 8 steel hook. So that's pretty small, but I can do it. And then I got this dress, and it was supposed to ring up half price, so $3.30. But it's just a knit dress, but I like the pattern. And for some reason they had several of this same dress in this size and then the next size bigger. So I thought that was pretty good for a dress, $3.30. I'll take the tag off that and then put it in the laundry. And then the last, no, wait, hang on. I got a couple things I got to bring you down to the table. Scott got a CD, and it's called The Tractors. He doesn't know who the Tractors are. We don't know anything about them, but they've got the Tulsa Shuffle on here, Falling Apart, 30 Days, I've Had Enough, The Little Man, Baby Likes to Rock It, Baby Bent, The Blue Collar Rock. So it's probably the newer country music that neither he or I really care for. We like vintage country music, you know, Tammy Wynette, Willie Nelson, the old gang, put it that way. But we like all kinds of music, so we never know. We might like it. So I'm going to put this dress in here, and I'll go ahead and put my book back in here. Page 18 is what I need. And I'm going to wash my dress. But I found this bundle of fabrics for $4, and we're going to open it. It's got that cling wrap on it. And the reason I picked it up is it's a heavyweight canvas. And I don't know how big the pieces are. I don't know if they're like cut up little pieces just folded neat to, you know, trick me into buying them. But this gray piece, yeah, see, it's had some cut out of it. See, it's got an L shape, but it's really durable stuff. And I was thinking this would make some great bags or totes or something. Even something small, because I have this that's canvas. And I also have this other canvas in here that's this. So I could put the two of them together and create a really cool bag with them. Even maybe a small duffel bag could be made with it. This one's a partial too, because see, it's like they needed just a small rectangle, but they bought, looks like a yard of the fabric and then just cut a rectangle out of it. So that right there is worth the $4 to me. But wait, that's not all. I could also pair it with this piece. This has got a little stain on it. I might serge all the cut edges and wash it. This one's got like pieces cut out of it. This one is cut up into pieces. Little pieces. But they go together really good. So I could make several bags with this. And again, I may serge anything that was cut, any cut edge like there and there and there, and just go ahead and throw it in the wash. So that's pretty good, but that's not all that's in here. Then there's this piece of fabric, which is probably just another little piece. But you know what? This could be a lining for a pocket or something. Or even a small bag I could line with this. And it's gray on a cream background, which would be perfect for a lining in that bag. Whatever bag I make with it. I like to make little zippered bags. I find them so useful. And they make nice gifts. Then I have a tiny little piece of black and white check gingham. It's just a narrow little piece. But that would work for like Barbie clothes or something like that. And the last piece that was in the bundle was this piece of corduroy. Looks like it is another one. I don't know. What's this? What's this about? What do you need? Why? Why buy a whole yard if that is all you need? She could have got a half a yard and had that rectangle instead of buying a full yard and then whacking that out of it. Anyway. Hi, Carol. But the corduroy, I have other corduroy I can do stuff with. Now, let's put all this crazy fabric bundle back in here. We were going to stop and buy some fresh snacks because we're kind of out of snacks, but we got cold, and so we had to come home. But then I have this. I paid $4 for this. So we're going to bring you down to the table, and we're going to pull one thing at a time out of it. I love these mystery bags. It's like mysteries. Carol, Pam, and Teresa are here. So for $4, what did I get? A spool of dollar store ribbon, burlap with the lace on top. And then I have, this is a brass embossing stencil of a leaf made in Taiwan. And what caught my eye was this die. So you got the trunk of the tree, and you got two different tops that you can put on the trunk of the tree, or you could layer these, cut this out of one, and then cut this, and then put the trunk down, put this down, put that on top of it, so it looks like variants. So I'll have to cut that out sometime. Made in China. But those things there were probably worth the $4, but we're not done yet. I have a sock knitting loom. This kind of looks like stuff they got off Temu. It's kind of cheap and cheesy. But the hook, the little hook thing and the yarn needle are in here. There's no instructions, so I'll have to go looking on YouTube to see how to use it. But I thought, how cool is this? And I paid $4 for this whole bag. Then we've got another die of a man with a little boy, and they're fishing. Look at that. Those dies are worth the $4, but that's not all. I don't know what these are. I don't have a clue. I might have to do Google image search to try to figure out what these things are, because there's no descriptive words on them. So let's get this off from here. We'll throw that stupid bag away. But it's got a hole, and then it's got like this slot, like you would feed something through it. So any ideas? Mystery. What are these? And then, I don't know what this is. Oh, you know what I think this is? I think this is a darning. I think this is to do darning, because I think I saw a video. I'm going to cut this bag because my hands are not working. This is like everything they got off Temu that they didn't want. So here's the, oh, here it is. Look. I think this is a darning set. Look. It is. How about that? $4 for this bag. A toothpaste squeezer. You are so right, Pam. Ding, ding, ding for the win. Pam wins. I don't have a prize, but she gave the right answer. A toothpaste. Well, this is the directions to use this. So I will get a better bag for these. And it's got the little thing that you feed the yarn over. I guess you stand up the ones that you need for whatever space, and then you feed it through, and then you weave it back and forth. Oh, how cool is this? So this is all the pieces that you need. It's got the rubber bands. It's got the little doober-dauber thing with a little hook on the end, and then this little thing here. Haven't a clue. Ooh, that's sharp on that end. That's why they have it in there. So that's cool. I'm just going to slide this back in here. I was sitting at the checkout waiting my turn, and I thought maybe that's what this was, so I'm excited. You have the toothpaste squeezers? That's good to know. All right. So I will keep the instructions. I will make this a bag or something for itself. So this is to make a sock, and this is to repair a sock. And then I got dies and toothpaste squeezy things and a stencil and ribbon. But we're not done. We have some paper stencils, calligraphy stencils. They're the paper ones. They probably came from the dollar store, but that's okay. You get uppercase, lowercase, punctuation, and numbers 0 through 9. So I think that was worth $4. Awesome sauce. Yeah, I think we spent $22 at thrift stores and $35 on lunch. Or dinner. That was our dinner because it was late when we ate. So those will go in the bathroom. And this stuff I'll just keep out here. And these I'll put with my dies. Made in China. I might have to cut these out and post some pictures of what they look like. This is going to make the cutest silhouette cut, you know, for like a birthday card or Happy Father's Day card. So anyhow, that's all I had of that. So I thought that was a pretty good deal. And I was going to just quickly show the little squares I did. I had these signatures over there just with clips on them. And I went ahead and sewed one signature just into a small journal. And I'm just going to use it to put my little squares on. I don't know how many pages it is. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. It'll be 6 pages, you know, front and back. And so I'll see what I can do about filling mine in. So that would give me a page for each month. So this could be my January, even though it's February. So, and I added, that needs some glue. I added some more doodles and some sayings and things. There you go. So, yeah, I think that's going to be really cute. All right. I guess I'll let you guys go. Thanks for chit-chatting with me for a sec. And I'll put my toothpaste things in the bathrooms. So that's awesome. Talk to you later. Oh, there's Scott.
Bye.
Bye.
Hey, Howard. Oh, my goodness.